Let's get it.
Praise the Most High. I was actually getting ready to get my truck washed, so I was gonna hold off on my thought, but someone else is in there, so we're going to get our thought in, or at least started. My idea is the insane notion of doing it again. And as I was thinking about this thought this morning, I kept hearing the song, I don't know who it's by. Let's do it again. Do it, do it, do it again. Let's do it again. Do it, do it, do it again. And 9 times out of 10, they talking about sinning. They're talking about fornication. Let's go down that road again. Let's go down that path again. But it's the insane notion of doing it again. And what insanity means is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. What or who are you continuously doing that is absolutely insane? Most of us have if not a few, unhealthy relationships that we continue to entertain, giving an audience to. However, just as a king or queen, we must decide for the benefit of the kingdom who and what we are willing to give our time and attention to. Hallelujah. And that's a very simple thought. I was gonna put more time and effort into it, but the Most High said, no, that's enough. Let's do it. So we're gonna leave it at that. Hallelujah. Yeah, that's a good idea. The insane notion of doing it again. Do it, do it, do it again. Let's do it again. How many times did I sing that song? And how many times did it leave me low down, shaggy and blue? Like the old cartoon. Low down, sad and blue. And alone. See, a lot of times when we give people audience, it is because we're lonely for the Most High and not other folks. We're giving them we're entertaining them, people, places, and things. We're entertaining them when that place is for the Most High. As I said in the prior recording, that time and that space and that energy is to be spent with and on the Most High. So he can spend energy with time, time, and wisdom in and with you. See, just like when we came on earlier and we were singing, that's us getting into his presence. And what's that saying, or what's the script? In his presence is fullness of joy. So that's saying you're being filled with joy. And like we said before, the joy of the Most High is our strength. Hallelujah. So we must entertain the Most High only. We must give an audience to him only in certain places. Of course, we give audience to the wife, the children, other brothers and sisters in the world. But as far as entertaining them old things that have drugged us down through there, we must stop that. We can't do that anymore. And I know this recording is going to have a lot of noise in it, but I pray the Most High you can make out what I'm saying. Because I don't like wasting time. And if we have time, I want to use it for the kingdom's sake. Like I said, for the kingdom. But we're going to let that be our short time for this recording, this idea of the insane notion of doing it again. And I guess a good question would be, with this thought is who's trying to talk you into doing it again? Is old Hasatan trying to talk you into doing them drugs again? That alcohol that's been dragging you your whole life and your family your whole life? That old gal or that old Negro that don't want nothing but the loving, keep promising you more. Once they get that, they're gone again in the wind. But you put up with it because you're in lust. Like we spoke on Samson the other day. He said, go get that gal for me, daddy and mama. They said, no, you need to get a Hebrew gal. He was like, no, I want her. She's good for me, lust of the flesh. She looks good to me, lust of the eye. And a lot of times that's how we get caught up by what we see and what we feel. And see, them feelings get you in trouble. But I want, but I need, okay. I feel this, I feel that, okay. But what does the Father say? What does he say about the situation? How you should feel? What's right for you? What you should do again? And a lot of times what you should do, period, that you haven't been doing. Like spending time with him. Oh, thank you, Most High. I had I saw a fellow that was in the Bowling Greens area, I think it's called, in Kentucky, where they had that big tornado. He was saying he hadn't prayed in 5 years, but he prayed for the first time when that tornado came through. And he said that tornado changed his life forever. I was like, oh boy. He was crying and very upset, you could tell, but very ecstatic, happy. Because he knew where his help came from. Oh boy. And see, that's so important to know where your help comes from. My help comes from the Most High. I know I didn't give a script for this. We went off a couple of them within this thought. So when you're being tempted to do what you did before, again, you got to say, no, I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't do it. I can't keep subjecting myself to this pain, to these troubles. And I had a bad idea I wanted to share with this, or thought I wanted to share with this. And I said, no, it's a little PG. But it's like a fella or a gal being with a man or woman and getting burnt and going right back in there and getting it again. And you could compare that to a house burning, and you run in there and get burnt one time, and then you go right back in there again. For no reason, no apparent reason. But because it feels good, because you want to, you want it. You like it. But our people got to do better. We got to do better. Thank the Most High. There you go, baby. Get on out there. I like that. I like that. That's a driver. And do like she did. Yes, I am. Oh, there you go. Hallelujah. There we go. Look a whole lot better. I can tell already. Yes, indeed. The insanity of doing it again. And you're going to hear that joke in your ear. Let's do it again. Like old Casey and JoJo used to say, do you want some more? No, I don't want no more. I've had enough. See, that's just like what I was talking about a few months ago. No, just last week. With being delivered from those addictions that I've had my whole entire life. Some since I can't even say teenage years. I would have to say since pre-teenage years. And don't you know that has been a hard burden to carry all those years. Form, lust. And just like I heard a teacher say, lust was the original sin. And it's going to be the one that us Hebrews are always tempted by. The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye. And we got to learn to say, no, I can't do that no more. I can't do it anymore. It's too much pain. Because like the text says, when you fornicating and you're in adultery, you're sinning against your own body. So that means you're going to get them diseases. You're going to get that bad feeling, that hurt, that pain. It's always going to come, that guilt. But I believe it's so much more. I believe it's that intermingling of the flesh and the spirit that you're actually partaking in. Like I've heard before, like I heard it said before, that you're actually becoming one with that individual, just as if you're coming together in marriage. So I don't want no part of that no more. Because what's going on, you've been attached to and ripped away from that individual every time you come together with them. But just as I was speaking on the stain of sin or the residue of sin, that's also the case when we're having the same old feelings for folks. See, all that's the residue, what's left over within your heart, within your ruach, your spirit. And it's a dangerous game to keep playing. That's why I thank the Most High for my wife. And I'm not saying being married is the answer. No, Yahushua is the answer. So you have to apply him to your problems, period. And then let him remove those old desires and remove all those that old residue of sin. Like David said, wash me with hyssop, that I may be white as snow. But that washing is going to take some time. It's going to take time of you laying in his presence. It's going to take time of you being right there with him while he cleanses you from all the unrighteousness, while he washes you spiritually. And most of the time, this is no overnight thing. Just like you were sinning wasn't overnight. And you getting attached to them individuals wasn't overnight. That's why it's been so easy in the past for them to come whisper in your ear. Hey, baby, it's been a while. What's shaking? And no, I don't throw no game like that. I ain't throw no game like that. I was trying to think of an old school fellow with that deep voice. Hey, baby, what's happening? That old school game. But just like I said, that game. Because that's what it is, a game, cat and mouse. That same individual got 4 or 5 more individuals that he played the same game with. And if you don't work, somebody else will. That's his whole game. And I can say that because that used to be mine. Commitment, no. Marriage, definitely not. But after a while, what becomes, how do I say it? But after a while, what you didn't want becomes a desire, a strong desire for it. After a while, you start wanting commitment. You start wanting to settle down. You stop wanting to mess. Because that mess is you start figuring out, this has been my problem the whole time. Been sitting here playing the game, and I've been playing myself.